Hey guys, it's your boy Jay Kabata back here with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys about the 5 major money mistakes to avoid. Now, everyone on this channel wants to grow and wants to have that financial freedom at some point in their life. One thing that I really like about personal finance is that if you set your mind to it, you can actually do it. Personal finance is actually a skill. I get it. You actually see that a lot of people were born rich into a family, and while that might be the case for some people, that's not the case for everyone. Some people actually worked very hard for that, and some people actually acquired the skill of what it takes to become a millionaire. Now, when I break the 5 things in this video, I don't want you to get sad or I don't want you to think that you're not doing good. But these are definitely 5 things that you shouldn't be doing, and if you are doing them, that's okay. It's okay because maybe this video is going to help you see that you shouldn't be doing that and that you should start to tackle that issue. Every single person watching this video situation is going to be different, and that is another thing that I love about personal finance, that it's honestly just personal. The point is that if you're doing one of these major money mistakes, I don't want you to be let down about it. I want you to start thinking about how you're going to start avoiding that major money mistake. With that being said, let's get into it. So the first major money mistake that you can have is that you're going to have high interest debt. Now, one of these high interest debts is going to be credit card debt. Did you know that the average credit card interest rate is 18.24%? Guys, 18.24% is the average credit card interest rate. We all know, I've said it many times, the stock market grows an average of 10%, which is great. I would love to grow 10% of my money, but credit card interest debt is 18.24%. This only gets worse if you're only sending the minimum payment. A lot of people like to only send that minimum payment. Just for reference, the average minimum payment needed is going to be around 2%. Let's use the example of $1,000. The minimum payment for $1,000 that the credit card company wants to see is going to be around $20 every single month. That's it. You only need to pay $20 every single month, and that's how these people keep getting buried in that. They want you to only pay those $20 every single month. So I want to show you guys, let's see how long it takes for you to pay the minimum payment of $1,000 credit card debt. Okay, so as you guys can see here, our balance is going to be $1,000. Our interest rate is going to be around 18.24%, which is that average that I was talking about earlier. And our expected monthly payment is going to be $20 a month. As you guys can see here, it's going to take you 95 months to pay off that $1,000 balance if you're only sending the minimum payment of $20. Let's take a look at the principal. So it's going to be $1,008 that you end up paying, and then $892 in interest. Just so you know, 95 divided by 12. Why am I dividing it by 12? Because there's 12 months in the year. That's going to take you 7 to 8 years to finish paying off $1,000. And on top of that, you basically paid them back double of what you owed. This is only $1,000. Now imagine if you had 2, 3, 4, 5. Some people even have around $8,000 in credit card debt. If they're only paying the minimum, you could quickly see how that interest starts to stack up on them. Try to avoid credit card debt if you can. And if you're investing and you have credit card debt, my recommendation would be to pay off that credit card debt first. It just makes no sense with those high interest rates and if the stock market only returns an average of 10% a year. The next thing is going to be buying things to impress other people. Now this could mean a variety of things. It could be a new car, it could be new shoes, new clothes, a new computer, a new phone. But you don't want to just buy something to impress other people. I get it. You want that new BMW, that new Mercedes, that new Audi. But think about it. How long is it actually going to make you happy? Maybe 2 months, 3 months? If you're a person that doesn't really care for cars and you really don't find that enjoyment, just think about how those monthly payments are going to affect your life. You don't want to buy something just because you want it now. You want to know if that's actually going to make you happy. Even less, if you're trying to make other people happy, most people just really don't care. Now, one thing I will say is that I do personally love cars, so that I know that when I buy a car, and if it is an expensive car, it actually makes me happy every single day. I'm not saying don't buy things that you don't like. What I'm trying to get at is that people buy things to impress other people. When I had my M2, I was happy driving every single day. I would drive to work and I was happy every single day that I was in that car. The payment never personally affected me, and I don't regret paying that every single month. So what I'm trying to get at is don't buy that car if it's just going to make you happy in the short term and you're going to have buyer's remorse because you don't want to pay those monthly payments. On to the third major money mistake to avoid. So honestly, the 5th one is going to be my personal favorite one, but this is my second favorite one. Now this is going to be not budgeting and not having a goal. I get it. No one likes the word budgeting. Trust me, I don't even like the word budgeting. But having a goal, that's what I really want you to take away from this major money mistake. Now I'm not talking about budgeting like not buying your iced coffee or going out with friends or having a good dinner. I'm talking about budgeting where people just splurge. They don't think about how much they're spending. They don't give themselves an amount of what they should spend and of what they should save. They don't give themselves that goal of what they should invest, of what they're saving aside because they want to grow their wealth. When you don't do this, you just overspend. It's hard to keep track of how much money you had. I have a goal of what I need to save every single check and of what I should be saving every single month. Ever since I've given myself this goal, I have been reaching this or even passing it. The first thing I do when I get paid is I set aside money where I'm going to invest or save money to get another rental property. This is huge, and I need you to understand this because I've set myself a goal and I will do everything in order to make that goal goal happen. If there's a trip coming up, I'm not going to take away from my investing amount. I'm going to work overtime because I have a goal that I need to accomplish. So what am I going to do? How many hours am I going to work to make sure that that goal gets accomplished? But I will be honest, the majority of my ordinary check is going into investing. When I want to go on a trip or I want to go out for a fancy dinner, I work overtime for it. Main thing is set yourself a goal of what you want to invest every single month and accomplish that. Don't think about going out to eat. Save first, invest first. For the budgeting aspect of this, I'm not saying that you can't buy a $5 iced coffee, but why don't you set aside a certain amount of money for spending? Maybe you only want to spend $200 to $300 every single week. So you can spend those $200 to $300 on whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you what to spend those $200 to $300 on, but you should always have a limit. You should always have a goal, and you should not just overspend. Money mistake number 4, and I think that many people actually do this one. Now, this is going to be spending too much money on a home. There's a rule that many people use so that you can know how much money that you should be spending on your home mortgage. That's going to be the 28-36 rule. Now, what the 28% stands for is that you should not spend more than 28% of your gross income on a home. An example of this is that if you make $5,000 in gross income a month, that means that you can only afford $1,400 a month in your mortgage. Now, that includes insurance, association, any property taxes, or any other expense or fee that you would have having a mortgage. Crazy, right? Because I've seen people that are making $5,000 in gross income take out around an $1,800 to a $2,100 mortgage. But you see, it's great to know the percentage of what you should be spending on a home. Now, for the 36%, that's going to be on the back end, and that's going to be your debt to income ratio. This is going to include all of your debt, a car loan, a student loan, credit card debt, or any other type of loan that you have and that you have to pay monthly. Now, let's say that you pay $300 a month for a car. You pay $200 a month for your student debt. And lastly, you pay $100 a month in your credit card debt. This equals around another $600 for the month in debt. So if you add up all of your debt, you add $1,400 plus $300 plus $200 plus $100, that's going to give you a number of $2,000. Now, if you divide $2,000 by $5,000, you can see that that actually gives you 40%. You are using 40% of your income towards debt. So in this case, you would be passing the 36% rule by 4%. I just wanted to give you guys that real life world example, and the main thing is just don't splurge on a home. Many people's eyes get big and they want to get a very nice home, and I understand, but everyone starts off with something smaller, and that's normal. So don't just go for something big if you can't really afford it. The 5th and final major money mistake to avoid, and this is actually going to tie in with the 4th one, and this is actually going to tie in with pretty much every other mistake. Another major mistake that people are making is that they don't invest. The first part of this mistake is going to be my opinion. I think that if you just start investing even $20 a check, it's going to get things rolling. I remember when I first started investing, I was scared to invest. Once you start investing and you start seeing those gains, it motivates you. Once I started making money in the stock market, I was addicted to it. I wanted to make more. I wanted to invest more. I started setting these goals of how much I wanted to make and of how much I wanted to invest. Investing will definitely change your life. So if you're not investing, the first thing to do is just start. A lot of investing is just mindset. It's just being disciplined. Just invest every single check. Just invest in something like SPY or QQQ. There are many great ETFs that have grown over time. It doesn't need to be that hard, and you don't need to put too much thought into it. I want to show you guys this real quick. If you started with $0 and you started investing $500 every single month for 20 years, that's only $6,000 a year. At a 10% return, you would end up having $386,000. That is just a crazy amount of money if you just invested $6,000 every single year. You are literally losing out on a lot of money if you're not investing. But I also want to show you guys the power of compound interest. If you just kept that money in and you kept investing those $6,000 every single year, the $500 every single month, you would have $675,000 for just investing only 5 more years. That's just a crazy amount of money, and I need you to understand that investing long term is definitely the way. Saving is really not going to get you anywhere. As a matter of fact, let's see how much money you would have if you only saved it and you didn't invest it. Let's say you only made that 0.1% that the bank gives you. You would only have $152 if you just saved money. That is just crazy, and that is unacceptable. I just hope that you guys see the power of investing. Investing can definitely help you live a happy life and make you retire happy. That's going to be all for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And like I said in the beginning of this video, if you're doing one of these money mistakes, it's okay. The point of this video is to show awareness and show you 5 major money mistakes to avoid. You should try your best to avoid all of these, and if you are doing one of these, just think about what you need to do to start avoiding this. I appreciate all the support you guys have given me, so make sure to hit the thumbs up button and make sure to comment down below. Let me know if you're doing one of these major money mistakes, and if you are, let me know what you're going to do to avoid it. Again, I appreciate all the support. You guys have been awesome. Until next time, guys, let's keep growing that wealth together.